So in the previous video, one thing to point out in the Everpedia airdrop GitHub README is you need a lot of resources if you're going to do an airdrop. You can see here they're showing the resources that they had when they did their airdrop. That's quite a bit of EOS and therefore quite a bit of US dollars in order to do a simple airdrop. So there's this other repo here written by GenerEOS. I think they're a block producer candidate, and I think they may even be one of the top 21. But what they did is they took the EOSIO token, which we've looked at again extensively, and what they did is they added two single methods, which were actually very, very smart, useful methods, because they were looking at what the community was complaining about when doing airdrops, and they made a fix for it. So the first one is they offer a token burn method associated with the smart contract, and what that does is it will burn supply from the total market cap, essentially, of the token that you pass in, the asset you pass in, which is useful. But more importantly, they offer this sign up method, and what this does is it allows you to airdrop tokens without paying for all the RAM that's associated with storing these tokens in memory. So if you remember when we looked at the EOSIO token smart contract, I made the point that you're paying for the RAM every time you add a new row in the accounts table or the stats table. Well, what they've done is they've added the sign up method such that you can create a token and do an airdrop, but you'll only create the RAM when a user goes to sign up to receive the tokens. So that way you're only paying as much RAM as you are actually airdropping to users who are interested in having your token. So with the other airdropping tools, you're creating the RAM every time you airdrop the token. Not only that, also obviously when you deploy the smart contract. Whereas with this one, you're only creating the row in the RAM table after a user comes to the smart contract and runs sign up. You can see here that they're just running this simple CLIOS push action against the sign up, and this is when the RAM will actually get enforced, and the user will be paying for the RAM rather than you, the airdropper, essentially. So again, I thought that was a very interesting take, and to me is a very useful smart contract that probably if I was going to do an airdrop, I would probably at least take a hard look at this. Okay, see you in the next video.